for 21, we're going to find the area of the circle. So the formula to find the area of a circle is just pi r squared. So what we're going to do is, for this one, we're going to leave our answer in terms of pi. And what that means is that we don't have to change the pi to 3.14. We just leave it as a symbol. And so we want the radius now. And so the radius goes from the center to the edge. So that's 6. And 6 squared. Alright, so you need to do 6 squared. And remember that 6 squared really means 6 times 6. So that's going to give us pi times 36, which becomes 36 pi. So our area is equal to 36 pi. Alright, for 22 we're going to find the area. So pi r squared. So here the radius goes from the center to the edge, and they gave us 14, which went from all the way across the circle. So if the entire thing is 14, that would mean that the radius is 7. So it's going to be pi times 7 squared, and 7 squared is 49, and this time we're actually going to multiply it out by 3.14. So we need to do 49 times 3.14. So off to the side, go ahead and write 3.14 times 49 and multiply. So 9 times 4 gives us 36. Carry the 3. 9 times 1 is 9, plus 3 is 12. Carry the 1. 9 times 3 is 27, plus the 1 is 28. Now I like to go through and cross these out so I don't mix them up. And so now when I go 4 times 4, it gives me 16. The 6 has to go underneath the 4 here. So some people like to put an X there so they don't mess that up. So carry the 1 now. 4 times 1 is 4, plus the 1 is 5. And 4 times 3 gives us 12. Now add it up. So we get 6, 8, 13, and carry the 1, 5, 1. So now, obviously, 3.14 times 49 isn't 15,000, because if you just think of 3 times 50, it should be about 150. So now you have to go back and move the decimal. So it goes once, twice, and then we start here, once, twice. And so our answer is 153.86. And since it's area, we'll say units squared. Alright, for 23, we're going to find the circumference, and so that formula is 2 pi r. And so we need the radius from the circle, which goes from the center to the edge. And so it's going to be 2 times pi times 5. And so what we can do is group these, or just multiply the 2 times the 5. And so that gives us 10 pi. And we're going to actually go ahead and multiply this out. And so we're just going to do 10 times 3.14. And so when you multiply by 10, it's really easy, because what happens is we get 0, 0, 0, and then 4, 1, 3. And so the shortcut is, whenever you multiply by 10, you just move the decimal one place to the right. So I could have just went like this and got the same answer, but it's good practice. So 31.4, and we're not talking about area, so it's just 31.4 units. All right, 24, find the circumference. This time we're going to leave it in terms of pi. All right, so the formula is 2 pi r. So again, the radius goes from the center to the edge, where they give us all the way across. So that means that the radius is going to be 8. So it's 2 times pi times 8. And so we can just combine the 2 and the 8 together. So 2 times 8 gives us 16. And since it says in terms of pi, we don't have to multiply it out. And so our circumference is 16 pi.